Right. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, we are back. We are back. We have 72 hours before kickoff, week one. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back. It's your boy Jay. Another stream. Uh, I'm going to address a couple topics tonight. Obviously, we're going to get into the schedule. We're going to get into some news, some channel updates. But I do definitely want to give you guys a uh, big thank you for all the workers out there. Happy Labor Day, including myself. Give yourself a pat on the back. If you're a worker, you deserve this day. If you put in the work, if you grind it out, you deserve to be rewarded. So shout out to you guys. Happy Labor Day. All right, before we get started, make sure you guys smash that like, that thumbs up, and of course, as usual, do all that YouTube stuff. You guys know if you're new, go ahead and subscribe. Click that bell as we get into it. Shout out to Alec. What up, man? Coast Barrett. What up, Coast? What's going on with you tonight? Sheila. Hey, Jay. Cannot wait for Thursday. Let's go. Shout out to the Wrench Gang in the house. Shout out to the family. All the listeners, all the watchers as we get into it. So, you guys know I've been working hard. If you have not been paying attention, prediction videos have been going up. They've been uploaded, like, not randomly, but throughout the day. We've got 4 more, I think, and then all 15 will be done. So there's going to be 2 tomorrow, 2 Wednesday, and then we should be all caught up as far as for the predictions. Shout out to Clarence Starks for subscribing. Thanks a lot, Clarence. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. So yeah, as far as the prediction videos, those will be all wrapped up by Wednesday. So if you have not watched those, they're on the channel. They're there. I've been dealing with a lot of backlash. And you know what's crazy is this? I'll tell you what's absolutely crazy. For every prediction video I do, I gain a friend and a hater at the same time. Someone's going to love me for saying their team's going to win, and then someone's going to hate me for saying that their team's going to lose. So, hey, either way, you guys are rocking with me. It's totally fine. I just deal with it as it comes. Shout out to George. What up, George? What's going on with you, man? Frank Johnson in the house. What's up, Tom? Chris Prod. What's going on, Chase? What's going on with you, man? Bass player in the house. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Christopher Jones says volunteer today. Shout out to you, Christopher. Much love, man. Not a lot of people volunteer. That shows that you care. Definitely shows that you care. Hi Chico says Jets studying Steelers ideas on how to dominate the Bills. Foregone conclusion, Bills 0-1. This was not going to be that stream. But if you want to go there, we can go there. We can go there. We can do it. If you want to do it, we can do it. Serious Biz, what up, man? Cameron in the house. What's up, Cameron? Keon, what's up, man? What's going on with you? You don't really want to do that tonight. I've been trying to stay cool, stay calm and collected. Y'all want to? I'm gonna get hype in 3 days. Y'all want me to do it tonight? Just trying to relax, give y'all some updates, let y'all know what's going on with the schedule, some news, some channel updates. And y'all want to get Jay hype. I think that's what it is. We'll talk about the Bills and we'll make them mad. That's what we'll do. But all I've got to say is this, since y'all want to get into this Jets-Bills discussion. 13. That's what I'm going to refer to until Monday night. 13. Remember that number. That is the amount of years that the Jets have not made it to the playoffs. That's also the number of Gabe Davis, the man that's going to be torching your secondary on Monday night. Remember that number. 13. Jets fans. There you go. All right, let's go ahead and get into the schedule. So this is the official NFL Week 1 schedule. Just to give you guys a quick update, let you know what's going on and where. Lions Chiefs. That's going to be on Thursday night. This is a game that I will be streaming. Once again, for the people in the back, I will be streaming this Thursday night. So make sure that you do lock it in. Tell your friends, tell your family. Subscribe. It's going to be absolutely crazy. If you have not already, lock it in. It's going to be a fun time. Season opener. It's going to be crazy. The trolls are going to come out. The haters are going to come out. It's going to be wild. It's going to be a fun time. I'm excited for it. So make sure that you are here. So that's gonna be Thursday, 8:20 p.m. I'll start streaming at 8 o'clock. You guys know how we do. We're always a little early. Then of course on Sunday, you'll get started at 1 o'clock games with your Panthers, Falcons, Texans, Ravens, Bengals, Browns, which that's another game that I will be streaming. That's gonna be the 1 o'clock game on Sunday that I will be streaming. Followed up by the Jaguars, Colts, Buccaneers, Vikings, Titans, Saints, 49ers, Steelers, Cardinals, Commanders. 4:25 p.m. I will be streaming the Packers and the Bears, followed up by Raiders and the Broncos. That's another 4:25 game. And then you're going to have the Dolphins versus the Chargers, Eagles versus the Patriots, and then the Rams versus the Seahawks. Sunday night, I will be streaming this as well. You guys know I do triple headers on Sunday. I'm streaming all day. This is what we do. Football season. It's Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday, 3 games. Sunday night, it's going to be your Cowboys and Giants. That'll be the first game of Sunday, or first week in Sunday night for Sunday Night Football. It's going to be a wild Sunday. That is for sure. And then the finale. The finale, ladies and gentlemen. Bills versus Jets, 8:15 Monday night. I cannot wait for this one. I cannot wait for this one, and it's going to be absolutely crazy. So there you go. Alex says, "Bro's putting in that time." Alec, you know it's no joke right now. It is crunch time. It's football time, and I'm not the only one. You guys know I pay attention. I'm not the only one. It's a couple others that's putting in some work. But they ain't putting in the work that Jay's putting in. Trust, they ain't doing 3 videos a day. They doing shorts and all the other stuff. They want to drop a long video. Nah. Jay's doing 3 a day. Working. Amongst my other business stuff. My other business interests. You guys know how we do. Shout out to Forrest Green. What up, man? What's going on with you? George says, Rams start 0-1. Hey, listen, I don't think it's going to be Matt Stafford's year. Just keeping it a buck. Daniel Berry, what's going on with you, man? How you doing tonight? All right, let's go ahead and get into some news real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Cooper Kupp. Let's get into this one.
Let's move forward, and you got to be able to operate with the situation and the guys that we do have, and if he's able to go, then that's outstanding for us, and if not, then that's kind of how we've been operating, and so we'll be I think the most important thing is whenever he's able to take the field, whether that be this week, whether that be week 2, whatever it is, as long as he's able to have that return to performance, he's feeling like the Cooper Kupp that we all know and love, and he's got some clarity on, all right, what is really going on. I think that'll, be a really good situation for us. And, you look at it in the meantime and really in his absence over the majority of the offseason program for whether he was doing stuff for the family or just some of the things that he was rehabbing with his ankle, it has forced growth and development for some players, and they've gotten some reps and opportunities and a rapport with Matthew that you do feel confident in their ability to step up if that's what has to occur. I think you just move forward.
At the end of the day, with Cooper Kupp being out and having the issues with the hamstring, it's not just a loss. That's a significant loss for the Rams. I mean, Cooper Kupp is their dynamic receiver. He's your go-to for Matthew Stafford, And obviously there's a couple other options, but they're going to have to rely heavily on the run, the short game, because Cooper Kupp is the man you go to for that deep ball. That's your sure bet. No different from Mike Evans in Tampa Bay. No different from Stephon Diggs in Buffalo. Justin Jefferson in Minnesota, So that's just, it sucks. But, hey, we'll get into the story. Rams star wide receiver Cooper Kupp was in Minnesota on Monday to see a specialist in the hopes of getting at the root of his hamstring issues, Coach Sean McVay said. The visit comes after Kupp had a setback with his recovery from a hamstring injury last week. McVay said Kupp remains day-to-day, adding that he should have more clarity on Kupp's availability for Week 1 on Wednesday. The Rams open their season Sunday at the Seahawks. I think you just move forward, and you have to be able to operate with the situation and the guys we do have. And if he's able to go, then that's outstanding for us. And if not, then that's kind of how we've been operating. McVay said. I think the most important thing is that whenever he's ready to take the field, whether that be this week, whether that be week 2, whatever it is, as long as he's able to have that return to performance, he's feeling like Cooper Kupp that we all know and love, and he's got some clarity on. All right, what is really going on? I think that will be a really good situation for us. Kupp, 30, was first injured in training camp practice in August 1st and missed all 3 preseason games. McVay said Kupp's absence has forced growth and development for the rest of the Rams receivers, who include Van Jefferson and Tutu at well. So yeah, as significant as this is, it's going to make everybody step up as far as, on the Rams. But I don't think that's the issue. I think it really boils down to Matthew Stafford. And if he's going to be able to go out there and ball and have the morale, have the focus, and just the overall energy to go out there and be great. Because the last story that I read about his chemistry and what was going on is he was having trust issues with the rookies. So we'll have to see what happens moving forward with Stafford. So quick shout out to Neil. What's up, Neil? What's going on, man? Mark Sorensen in the house. What's up, Mark? What's going on with you, man? Sheila says, I am almost excited about the Monday night game than my game on Sunday. Listen, I'm excited for both. I want to see what them Jaguars going to do. Let's see what they going to do. Alec Cooper is crippled. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. Ernie says Rams need to trade Aaron. Give him another ring shot. Ooh, talk about taking a blow. Lose Kupp and Aaron. The Rams might be like the new Lions. Hot take, ladies and gentlemen. And I know someone's going to fight me. Don't say that, Jay. It's my Rams. Listen, the reality is these Rams might be the new Lions. It's going to be between them and the Texans and the Buccaneers. We'll see. Forrest Green says, Jay, my Oregon Ducks scored 81 points against Portland State on Saturday. Final score was 81-7. And that's a football game? I seen that highlight. It was crazy. Well, he's putting up basketball numbers on the field. Sheila says, Jay, did you watch the Colorado and TCU game? I did not. I've been watching like the highlights. I've been working, ladies and gentlemen. So when it comes to anything like college, all I catch is the highlights. Because I have so much other stuff going on as far as with the season coming up and work stuff. But I do catch the highlights. But I heard Colorado is definitely on the map right now. Shout out to you, Sirius. Next up, we have Dolphins. Your Miami Dolphins pick Mike White over Skylar Thompson to be QB2, which, I expected that. He did great with the Jets. So why not? Why wouldn't they? The Dolphins named Mike White as their backup quarterback. Coach Mike McDaniel said Monday after a month-long competition with Skylar Thompson. On 4 occasions last season, the Dolphins were forced to turn to a backup quarterback after their starter was knocked out of a game. They signed White to a 2-year, $8 million contract this offseason with $4.5 million guaranteed to operate as a primary backup to Tua Tagovailoa. And he competed with the 2022 7th-round pick, Thompson, throughout the summer for the job. Since becoming the Dolphins starter during the 2020 season, Tagovailoa has yet to play a full season because of injuries, appearing in 13 games each of the past 2 years. Last season, Tagovailoa was sidelined by 2 diagnosed concussions, but he bulked up his frame this offseason and took jiu-jitsu to prepare him to be better. Jiu-jitsu! I really hope it works. I really do. To prepare him better to protect himself when he falls to the ground. We learned the hard way that you need available players on a roster, just in general, McDaniel said. I thought Mike White and Skyler competed all the way into the last rep to be able to understand our system in such a short period of time like Mike White did, and the command that he exudes in the huddle, relying on Mike White's veteran experience and really all the growth he had this offseason made me feel pretty comfortable with that. And listen, Mike White's definitely a great backup. Like I said, if you go back to what he did with the Jets, I was pleasantly surprised. There was times when he was playing our Bills that I was a little worried. You guys know we were a little worried because it got kind of interesting that Mike White came out and did what he did. So definitely a great backup behind Tua, and then obviously Skyler on the third. Gets into White made 7 starts for the New York Jets over the past 2 seasons, completing 62.2% of his passes for 1,943 yards and 7 touchdowns with 10 interceptions. He turned in explosive starts against the Cincinnati Bengals and the Bears in 21-22, respectively, throwing for a combined 720 yards and 6 touchdowns against 2 interceptions. Thompson started 3 games as his rookie last season, including a playoff-clinching win over the Jets and the Dolphins' wild-card loss to the Buffalo Bills. And there you go. Mike White will be your QB2 for the Miami Dolphins. Mark says Aikido will be better for falls. Listen, I'm really trying my hardest to not make jokes about it because it is serious, and I don't want anybody to think that I don't understand the severity of it and why this is happening and why he's doing what he needs to do. But at the end of the day, some of it is funny. It really is. They're trying to figure out everything they can do to make sure that this man doesn't get hurt or have a concussion on the field. But at the end of the day, I mean, you're not hearing about any other quarterback having to go through this. So there has to be something wrong at a different scale that something like jiu-jitsu may not be the answer for. That's what I'm getting at. But we'll see. We will see. Shout out to you, Faded. What up, man? Al Bunny in the house. Big ups to you. Says Tua's fingers are going to be posterized again this year. Oh, my goodness. I was trying not to make any jokes, all right? Just trying to stay serious about this. This man's health is on the line, okay? All right. Happy Face, the sub Jay sent you a text. Happy Face, yeah, I seen it earlier. I'll address it probably tomorrow, bro. Got a lot going on. But I did see it. Much love to you. Sheila says, serious, don't even want to talk about them Gators. Disgusting. Y'all got me wanting to go check out college so bad. I just can't do it right now. I got to focus. I got to stay focused, ladies and gentlemen. Because when I veer off, I'll be trying to do college and NFL. And then guess what? If I do college, I'm competing against the bots and they're actually showing the game. I'm not dealing with that right now. Y'all know I can't do it. Once we get closer to playoffs and the bowls and all that, you guys know we'll be here streaming the college games. But right now, we on this NFL. Mark says, yeah, I think even judo would be better than that. Listen, I really wonder, who came up with that idea. Because it is interesting. Definitely is interesting. Shout out to Timo. Says Bills put Josh Allen at quarterback again this year. Why? Timo, you better pray and hope that Joe Burrow is at 100% this year. Because them legs, he going to be talking like Tom Hanks. I got new legs. He going to need them braces that Forrest Gump had, man. You better stop playing around. Al says, honestly, I don't think any form of self-defense will help him. It's tough. It's really tough to have this conversation because, like I said, the man's health is at stake and something needs to be figured out. And if he has the same kind of issues that he was having over the last season, then he may need to retire and just call it a career. As unfortunate as it sounds. So, Moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on. Remember this guy? Kyle Rudolph. Two-time Pro Bowl tight end Kyle Rudolph retires after 12 seasons. He was nice. He was definitely nice. Two-time Pro Bowl tight end Kyle Rudolph has retired after a 12-year NFL career spent mostly with the Minnesota Vikings. He told NFL reporter Jordan Schultz that he will retire as a member of the Vikings and will be honored by the organization around their Week 3 game against the Los Angeles Chargers. Can't wait to come back home at Vikings. #Skull. Goes on to say Rudolph 33 caught 482 passes for 4,773 yards, 50 touchdowns, and 165 career NFL games, 145 starts. Most of those receptions, 453 yards, 4,488, and touchdowns, 48, came in a Vikings uniform. The Vikings drafted him in the second round in 2011, and he made the Pro Bowl in 2012 and 2017. Man, it's so crazy how fast time is flying. Like, it really feels like 2011 was just yesterday. Wild. Rudolph confirmed with NBC Sports that he will be moving into broadcasting and will work as a Big Ten analyst for Peacock and co-host a Sunday night show on Fox Sports Radio this fall. I played for so long and earned veteran status, Rudolph told NBC Sports. Now I'm a rookie getting as many reps as I can in the media world. This offseason is about where do I fit in. The NBC job doing games on Peacock is cool. And talking about the storylines of the day in the NFL on Sunday nights will be cool too. Rudolph played one season each with the Giants in 21, Tampa Bay in 22, following that decade in Minnesota. So shout out to Kyle Rudolph, and may he enjoy his retirement. So there you go. What up, Daniel Smith? What's going on, man? How you doing tonight? Forrest Green says, when Ed Oliver hits him, it won't help. Man, there's a lot of big boys out there. There's a lot of big boys. And listen, people act like the NFL has changed in a sense of like people want to take it easy as far as hitting and stuff like that. The only reason why players take it easy as much as they potentially can is because of the rules. Those guys still want to knock your head off. They're not just, oh, let me just tap the quarterback because he's had a concussion. No, they want to put him out of his misery. That's how the defense plays. They just have to do it a little bit more safer now. So, yeah, when you got somebody coming at you like that, I just think jiu-jitsu is not going to be the thing that's going to help you. But
just got here. Thoughts on using K, Allen or T. Higgins, week 1?
Shout out to Mr. Kojak coming through with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Mr. Kojak. Thank you for the support, my friend. Says, just got here. Thoughts on using Kyle Allen or T. Higgins week 1? Or Keenan Allen? I got you. We're on wide receivers. Someone just asked me about T. Higgins and Calvin Ridley. Was that you, Kojak? Or was that somebody else? I got a million things going on. Somebody remind me. Was that you, Kojak, that asked me, or was it somebody else? Either way, I'll answer. I would go T. Higgins because T. Higgins is projected with really nice points. So, yeah, I definitely go T. Higgins regardless over Keenan Allen and Calvin Ridley. Even though Calvin Ridley's close. He's really close. But, yeah. Says, Jay, it's been a bit, but we back. Penske fan, what up, man? What's going on with you, bro? Let's go. Ernie Brown says, Antonio Brown chains on that one hit, so rules have a place. Listen. There's a whole story that we can bring up in regards to Antonio Brown and all the other receivers who have, potential CTE from taking hits, and anyone else for that matter. The thing about it is when you sign up for the game, you sign that contract and you get paid. And you get paid to take hits. Obviously, nobody wants to see anybody hurt. Obviously, nobody wants to see anybody leave the game because they got hurt. But that's the reality. When you put on that helmet, you put on that jersey, and you step on that field, You understand the chances that you take. Let's look at DeMar Hamlin. He's a prime example. That man died on the field. Came back. Playing the same game that he loves. And that's the reality of it. What's up, Jacqueline? How you doing tonight? Al Bundy says Busy's made tons of money already. He isn't very rich for an NFLer, but to live a normal life, he has more than he can spend already. His health is far more important than money. Yeah, I think Tua's made like $50 million up until this point. Yeah, I think he made like $50 million up until this point. He's worth something like that. So yeah, when you talk about whether or not he can leave the game, without a question. But at some point for these guys, it's not just about the money. It's about winning and the money. And considering that his contract is being pushed off, which we should know why the Dolphins pushed Tua's contract back. They want to make sure that he's going to be okay before they renegotiate. That wasn't negotiations just aren't working thing. That was a, wait a minute, we want to make sure that you're going to be able to go out on that field and perform before we talk big money. And that's the reality of it. Ernie Brown says anybody would risk it for generational wealth. Yes and no. Right? Because I think at the end of the day, if your family came to you and was like, hey, listen, you made $50 million. We care more about your health than, you going out on that field and potentially creating whatever legacy you think that you will. You're most likely going to, put your family's best interest ahead of yours, right? Right? Tom Brady's in the corner staring at me like, no, Jay. No, I wouldn't. Sorry, Tom. I had to give you a dig. But no, it's just, sometimes you would definitely think that if that was the case, someone would say, hey, this is what you need to do and this is what we think is best for you. But if you've got the medical professionals saying, hey, yeah, you can go out on that field, just make some proper adjustments, get some weight on you, do some jujitsu, then more power to you. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. And I'm laughing at you, Forrest. Here's the problem. He goes out on that field and he gets hurt this time and it's bad. Who is responsible? Who is to take the blame? Is it the medical professionals? Is it the NFL? Is it Tua himself? Right? We can always talk about the recovery and how we want a player to go out there and be great and be okay. But what's the worst case scenario? Getting hit and then left with brain damage? Then what? Does the money really matter? Does the legacy really matter? No. Right? Who's to say that something else doesn't happen? Junior Seau. Things go undetected all the time. They can't fully check your brain. I don't care how much money they have. You know how much stuff's going on in your noggin? This is a real conversation. Stuff that we have to discuss. Mark says kids change the equation. Ernie says laugh out loud on the Brady line. I had to toss him in there somehow. Serious Biz says we're in charge of ourselves, bottom line. It's true. But you got a lot of people riding one person. You got a lot of fans. You have a lot of people in the staff. Probably got your family as well, right? You got all those people in your mind telling you what you need to do and how they potentially have your best interest. So how far does the influence go? It's a big question. It's a big question. With all that said, obviously, I wish Tua the best. I hope that he goes out on that field. He's able to perform. Like I always tell you guys, I want anybody on the field whenever it's time to play. I'm not one of those people, one of these trolls that come out and say, oh, I hope this person breaks their ankle, or I hope this person breaks their throwing arm so we don't have to play them this week because we want to win. That's garbage. And you're a bum if you think that way. You shouldn't want to see anybody injured just so your team can win. I want everybody to be at 100%. So when we go out there and we beat them, there's no excuses. Just like how there's not going to be any excuses when these Bills beat these Jets on Monday night. Al Bundy says the thing is when a defensive end hits Tua before he lands on the ground can also cause a weakened, more susceptible person a concussion. The concussion doesn't have to occur at the point of contact with the ground. Exactly. Ernie Brown says NFLer pass before they are 60, so many of them. Yeah, it's tough. Mark says Hoodie J makes a cameo. You know, he had to. Sirius has had a specialist phoner from Dallas. VA paid for. My diagnosis is not cool stuff. Sirius, you all right, man? What's going on with you? Sheila says Dale Earnhardt Jr. retired early because he started having serious medical issues, had 3 different concussions. He was messed up. Happens in NASCAR too. Yeah, you know, with all those crashes and people bumping into you and all that stuff, right? You can only have so many things that protect you, right? No matter what, you hit this head here, right? Things still go moving around just because it's protected on the outside. It's called force and all that stuff. And I'm not a scientist, but I understand how gravity works and motion and force and all that stuff. You don't have to be a rocket science to figure out that something inside of your head that's mush gets rattled around and you're going to have some problems due to the cause of that. What up, Immortal? Steve and David in the house. What's going on, man? But, you know, that is the reality of everything. So, channel updates. Some of you are looking for mail from me. It should be on the way to you before week 1. I'm hoping. The latest you'll have it by is Monday. But there you go. So that stuff is out. It should be to you soon. Also, merchandise will be up on the channel, I'm hoping, on Saturday. They said it was supposed to be done before week 1. It's running a little bit late, but it will be up and ready to go. So be on the lookout for that. Stephen David says had a heart attack on the 27th. Stephen David, sorry to hear that, man. You're still with us, so that's the great news. But I do hope that they figured out, you know, how you can become better and work on that so it doesn't happen again. But much love to you. So, also quick shout out to Bobby Cox for the $5 super chat. Thanks a lot, Bobby. Thank you for the support. Says, hey, Jay, I'm dying over here. I'm laughing so hard, crying. I can't stop laughing. Help. Shout out to you, Bobby.
Hi, Dresn. I'm dying over here. I'm laughing so hard I'm crying. Can't stop laughing. OMG. Can't stop. Help.
But yeah, Stephen David, like I said, definitely, you know, glad you're still here with us, and I hope you're making the necessary changes that you need to, you know, alleviate whatever kind of issues that you've been having so that doesn't happen again. You know, whether it's stress, whether it's becoming more physical, losing weight, stuff like that. Whatever it takes. So, Volcano, what's going on, man? How you doing tonight? Stephen Davis says no heart damage, no angiogram as arteries not clogged. Well, did they tell you exactly like why it happened? Do you know why? I know there's a million reasons of why anything could happen, but I'm sure they had some kind of idea. So, but yeah, as far as, like I said, the merchandise should be up hopefully within the next week. That will be directly on YouTube. So you You guys will have hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and mugs. So I'm not going to let you know what's going to be on them, but I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. Some of you know. Some of you don't know. But those will be up and ready to go. Stephen Davis says, hell no. It's crazy that they wouldn't tell you why. Well, like I said, just, work on becoming stress-free. And just like Serious Biz said, do what your cardiologist said. Make sure that you're following whatever plan they put in motion for you. Happy Faces update. You have the new monkey puppet wear the Pats hat as your sidekick, right? What? You talking like Curious George? No. Immortal says paper lion mugs. Immortal, I got to ask you a question, and I need a real answer. Are you still going to call these Lions paper lions if they beat the Chiefs? I need to know. I'll wait momentarily. I need to know, my friend. What are you going to do if the Lions actually beat these Chiefs? And whether or not you're still going to call these guys paper lions. Mortal says, if y'all back Justin Fields, y'all have a strong... Immortal says, I will stop for just 1 week. I don't know, Immortal. If the Lions beat the Chiefs in the season opener, I think you got to give the Lions more than just 1 week. I'm just being real with you. Not only is it a strong feat, but it's the Lions. And they would have proved you wrong after you've been calling them paper lions for the last 2-3 months. What's up, North Click? Says Dallas all the way. I'm guessing that's hoorah. All right. There's a lot of talks in regards to Dallas and what they need to do as well. Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy's job is on the line. So definitely looking forward to see how they do, because they're going to come out ready, I think, without a doubt. Al Bundy says, I think they're real to win the division. 11 wins maybe, but I still don't think they're strong enough to win the NFC. Listen, the NFC isn't as stacked as the AFC. So you got your Eagles, 49ers. I mean, after that, I'd Chargers and then Dallas. Impressive road win if it happens. What up, Tyler? What's going on, man? All right, Jacqueline. Shout out to you. Happy Faces. Chiefs definitely look like they have a setback year. My opinion. Same with Bills. Diggs, drama queen, and Vikings defense is a liability. My opinions. Wait, what? I'm not even gonna address that, Happy Face. I'm so mad you just went there. As Diggs would lead to the setback. No. We'll get into why later. Oh yeah, that's right. Why did I think that? Tired, Immortal. I pumped out 30 videos in the last 2 weeks. Leave me alone. Packers are NFC contenders. So I think the problem is seeing whether or not Jordan Love under the light in prime time, and if he's going to go ahead and ball out the way that he needs to. There's so much pressure since Aaron Rodgers left that if he can't live up to the hype, Green Bay is going to eat him alive. I know that. You know that. And everybody else knows that. So, yeah. Ivy Face says, I think it's Dallas' year, to be honest. I'm not going to say it's their year. I'll say they definitely need to win, and it's going to be tough. But if you watch the Dallas and I dropped the Dallas and the Giants prediction video, I basically stated that I don't see Dak utilizing the deep ball, at least in the first 3 games. They're not going to get rid of it completely, but I'm assuming that they're going to draw up a lot of short passes. They're going to stick with the run game and play more conservative. I think that's what we see a lot of. Because if Dak gets comfortable throwing that deep ball, he's going to get picked off. That's my take. That is my take. So, yeah. But without Chris Jones, it's going to be not pretty. Listen. Everybody always says there's like one person can't be relied on for the whole team. And sometimes that's not the case. As important as Chris Jones is and as vital as he is to the defense, I don't think that is the only thing that's going to stop the Chiefs defense-wise, right? I think it's more so the Lions' ability and who they have right now and the different dynamic that's going to be out on that field. As I get an update. Ooh. Shohei plans to pitch. Ohtani will need procedure on ligament tear. Unsure whether it'll be Tommy John surgery. Ooh. So what do you guys think? Should I get rid of my Ohtani cards? Or should I hold on? Getting a little nervous. Those values dropped quick. I'm like, man, I should have just sold a month ago. But shout out to Ohtani. But Cooks is a big deep baller. Yeah, and I definitely said that too, right? But the problem is, if you watch the training camp with Dak, I seen a lot of underthrows. And I don't know if that's because Dak's just getting older or the fact that he just doesn't have that arm strength anymore. Right? Like, if you're just throwing a deep ball and you're hoping that somebody goes and gets it, good luck. But you still need that accuracy. If you like, regardless if you've got CeeDee Lamb going to get it, Brandon Cooks, any one of them. Forrest says sell now, Jay. That's what I'm thinking, man. That's what I'm thinking. I might just have to sell now. Take those profits. Al says Chris Jones will make the Chiefs defense go from 4-3 to 3-4 because now they're going to generate pressure. Chris will make the Chiefs redo their defensive game plans for sure. Yeah, that's one of the big things. If you look at any kind of defense, whenever their star player's out, they're switching up the whole game plan in regards to them. That's the only thing that basically sucks when it comes to having a star defensive player out. The defense is drawn up for that player, so then they have to bring in either a rookie or a backup, or hopefully a backup veteran who knows how to fill their shoes. And if they don't, that's what leads to the trouble that the Chiefs are in right now. Tom says, nah, don't panic. You missed the peak, but he'll have another spike when he's a free agent and gets signed by a new team in the offseason. Yeah, I thought about that too, Tom. But, it's just something about the injuries that it doesn't matter who it is. It could be basketball, football, baseball cards, whatever it is. As soon as someone gets an injury, everybody panics. Like, for his cards to drop 30%, it was just stupid. Absolutely stupid. But, is what it is. If you have profits taken. But yeah, definitely gonna book the profits, bro. I'm gonna book the profits. Mordo says DJ Moore plus Fields, 2 + 1 = 6. What kind of math is that, Immortal? Ghost said, but Dak said he's going to throw less interceptions this season. And listen, I can say I'm going to the moon. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Everything's different this year, right? We obviously create our projections on what we think and what we, seen last year and what we watched in preseason. But it's going to be a different game this year. And especially for Dak, right? The game's not going to be slower. The older you get, the game gets faster. For some reason, people think that everybody has this like Tom Brady syndrome where they just, get older and get better. Not the case. Father Time always wins. No matter what. And Dak's been at this for a long time. So if he's going to do it, he's going to have to be at 100%. Without a doubt. Tom says college uniform crowded nonetheless. Shout out to you, Tom. Let's go, yo. Jonas says Dak is going to break records this year. Jonas, you just need to focus on winning, right? Don't worry about breaking records. Worry about winning. Let's start there. And then we'll talk about breaking records. So, Al Bundy says, Dak isn't that old? Well, what do you consider old for a quarterback? And how many years? How many years? He's like, he's not that old. He's not Tom Brady old. Hold on, let me pull up. Let me pull up the years. Hold on. So Dak's 30. He actually just turned 30 this year. Let's get the stats. All right, let me pull this up here. All right. Started 2016. We're at a QBR of 77.6. 2017 at a QBR of 70. 2018 a QBR of 55. 2019 a QBR of 71, then 73, followed by 60. And then last year was 59.9, which was just above his worst year, which was in 2018. Now, obviously, you can say, well, he was injured, Jay. Okay. But the problem is the inconsistency. And how many times he's made it to the postseason and how many games he's won in the postseason. Right? What's up, September girl? How you doing tonight? I mean, let's look at the yards. 3,000 yards, 3,000 yards, 3,000 yards. 2019, 4,000 yards. 2020, 1,800. 2021, 4,449. And 2022, 2,860. 23 touchdowns, 15 interceptions last year. 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions in 21. He went 9-4 in 20. 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions in 19. 22-8, 22-13, 23-4. So you know what the big problem is? When you see these kind of numbers, I see a quarterback who's trying, but he's inconsistent, right? And that's to say, like, okay, if you have a quarterback who's trying and he's going out there and winning and getting to the playoffs and stuff like that, it's a little different from Dak. But Dak's inconsistent, and the Cowboys are losing. So that's where the issues come in, when we're having these conversations and discussions, and every Cowboys fan is mad about, talking about Dak in a bad way. Well, listen, he's inconsistent. Right? And even if you have, let's say, someone who started in 16, you'd rather have a quarterback that went up in their trajectory. Like, okay, he had 2,000 yards this year. Uh, he went 18 for 18. And then the next year he had 3,500 yards, but then he went 20 for 14. And then the next year after that, he had 4,000 yards, and then he went 30 and 9. That's the kind of thing that you'd like to see with your quarterback. Not the inconsistency. Jonas says Dak is better than most quarterbacks. Which ones? And Jonas, I know you love Dak. I know you're a Cowboys fan. It's all love, bro. I know that. But when we get into the realization of the conversation, who's Dak really better than, quarterback-wise? Would you take Dak Prescott over Lamar Jackson? Would you take Dak Prescott over Jalen Hurts? Would you take Dak Prescott over Justin Herbert? Would you take Dak Prescott over Joe Burrow? Pull those facts or stats on Josh Allen. Yeah, I could do that. We could have that conversation. Yo. Why do we gotta veer off? You see how y'all work? You see that? I start talking about another player, and instead of us keeping on that specific topic, you want to veer off and you want to start talking about the Bills. Let's talk about the topic at hand. Let's focus on the person at hand. Not, you started talking about Dak, so let's talk about Josh Allen now. I could be talking about Daniel Jones, and somebody would be like, well, Stephon Diggs is a drama queen. But we'll do it. We'll go to the Josh Allen stats. So yeah, it goes back to like what I said. All right, Josh Allen trajectory, right? His trajectory is like this. His rookie year, he had 2,000 yards. 2019, he had 3,000 yards. 2020, he had 4,500. 21, he had 4,400. And then 2022, he had 42. So that shows a rookie quarterback that went up and then became consistent. So Josh Allen is a consistent quarterback at this point. Which would we expect from Dak Prescott considering the veteran that he is. Do I need to keep going? Josh Allen, 10 touchdowns in his rookie year, followed by 20, followed by 37, 36, and 35. So there you go. Happy Face says, laugh out loud. I'm just saying Buffalo needs to nurture Diggs or it could get messy. What? Nurture Diggs? Listen, first off, y'all know I'm a diehard Bills Mafia. We don't need to nurture anybody. It's get with the program or get gone. Let's keep it 100% real here. If anybody ever felt like they had to be nurtured to be on the squad for them to go out and do their job, get rid of them. There's so many other people that can fill the spot that will get paid less money than $100 million. Are you kidding me? Y'all trying to get me turned up. I told y'all, somebody always got to say something about the Bills. Always. Never fails. It never fails. All right, yo. Bundy says, and Brady won the Super Bowl 51 without Gronk the whole game versus the Falcons. Sirius says, "Yep, don't let the door hit him on the way out." That's what I'm saying. Like, no, you don't need to. Listen, that lets me know that the league has just gotten so weak when you have to appease somebody to make them feel good about being on the team. No, go out there and ball out. Said Diggs can come to Dallas. We will take him. Okay. And then Dak gets picked off every time he throws to him. That's going to make Diggs even more mad. Then he'll just become a diva in a Cowboys locker room and then request a trade out of there too. And then he'll go to the Texans, which is where most wide receivers go to die. Let's be honest. Sorry, Texans fans. That's just the truth. What up, Jacob? What's going on, man? I was not trying to get on a Stephon Diggs rant tonight, but y'all did it. I was trying to have a nice little fun, chill stream. I was trying to get y'all excited for Thursday night, and y'all want to get me going. Steven Davis is another Ben Simmons. Listen. And I'm able to talk all this garbage because guess what? Monday night, I'll probably be wearing a Stephon Diggs jersey. But that doesn't change the fact of what's going on and what he needs to do. That's the reality of it. Jonas says Dak went 9 for 5 last year because he got injured. So 4 of those wins, he had 3 or more picks. Picking doesn't mean anything. Jonas, yes, it does. And I'll tell you how fair weather you Cowboys fans are. Not you specifically, Jonas, but there was a bunch of people when I was streaming those Cowboys games. When Cooper Rush was in, everybody was calling for Dak Prescott's head and saying Cooper Rush was the face of the franchise. Am I lying? Tell me I'm lying. You can't, because you know I'm right. Let me get some water. Shout out to Mortal says if Dallas had Michael Penix at quarterback, I would root for them. Oh, that's hilarious. Jay, did you stream on Colorado? I did not, man. I haven't had no time for college. I did not. Like I said, we'll get into college more so towards playoffs and the bowls and all that fun stuff. Strictly NFL right now, my friend. Strictly NFL as we prepare for Thursday and week 1. George says Penix look awesome this weekend. Yeah, Mortal was telling me. Like I said, I've seen the highlights. There's a lot of people that's balling right now. A lot of people that's balling. Crazy talks about the Heisman. They said Williams is looking great. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to get into college, but right now it's just not at the forefront. So yeah. Jonas says Cooper isn't the face. He went 4-1, but Dak. Jonas, you're not understanding my point. When Dak was out, and those games that I streamed that Cooper Rush started, everyone was calling for Dak's head and saying that Cooper Rush should have been the starting quarterback for the Cowboys. And here's the reality. Right now, Cooper Rush is still number 2. Forget Trey Lance, right? He's down the road. That's why he's number 3. But guess what? If Dak goes down again, Cooper Rush is in, and then they'll be calling for Dak Prescott's head right along with Mike McCarthy's. And that's the reality of it. What up, Game Pro? What's going on with you? Serious? It's like I'm staying quiet out of respect for Jonas here. I got respect for Jonas too, but we have to be able to have open discussions and debates and conversations about real facts. Jonas knows it's all love. We do this all the time. Jonas got my real phone number. He'll text me right now if he wants to. Shout out to you, Jonas. Ghost says the point is Cooper was not making the mistakes that Dak made. We let Greer go, who looked great. I know it was the preseason. That's what I'm saying. Happy face Cooper Rush looked good, ran the offense effectively, established the run, and was careful with the ball. That's my point. Do you realize that Mike drafted Aaron Rodgers and coached him to the Super Bowl? Okay, so why can't he coach Dak Prescott to the Super Bowl? They're not the same person or the same quarterback or the same talent. Did you really just compare Aaron Rodgers to Dak Prescott, Jonas? Did you really just do that? I'm at a loss for words right now. I'm at a loss for words. Unbelievable. Yeah. Marlo says Florida State versus LSU in Orlando last night was dope. Okay. Al Bundy says if Dak chokes again in 23, then after the season sign Kirk Cousins and trade Dak. Oof. I'm not doing it no more. I can't keep going about Dak. All right. I dropped the prediction video, Jonas. I gave your Cowboys love where it was due. I even gave them the Giants win. All right. Dak Prescott just needs to get it together. He needs to come out this year and ball out and give me a reason to actually vouch for him in these streams. How about that? I'm not about to keep sticking up for somebody that's making me look bad to talk about. Okay? Shout out to Happy Face. Yeah, you put Tom Brady over there in Dallas, and guess what? He'll take Dallas to a Super Bowl right now. You put Tom Brady in Dak Prescott's shoes right now, and your Dallas Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl. Quick shout out to the Everything channel for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Yo. Oh, you guys are getting out of control. Oh, man. It's football season, ladies and gentlemen. It is football season, and we are getting prepared. Thursday, I will be streaming Lions KC. Make sure that you are here. Also, 2 more prediction videos coming out tomorrow and Wednesday. So that'll be it for week 1. All teams predicted for week 1. Those games all covered. Make sure you be on the lookout for those. I will see you guys on the next one. This was fun. Much love to you all. Shout out to the Wrench Gang. Shout out to the family. Much love to all the listeners and watchers. Everybody have a great night. Have a great